The federal government is trying to clean up an untidy spat between the current and former Prime Minister. Malcolm Turnbull is publicly at odds with Tony Abbott over a deal made to lift the ban of a controversial shotgun. State and Territory Police Ministers have met today to discuss the clarification of the weapon but couldn't reach a consensus. From Canberra, here's political reporter Caitlin Gribben.
A public showdown's revived an old rivalry.
Tony Abbott and Malcolm Turnbull despise each other.
Not true.
Are you serious?
Absolutely serious. They are very old friends.
Tony Abbott and Malcolm Turnbull really don't like each other, do they?
Well, there was a leadership change and you can understand the differences that they may have.
Government ministers are downplaying tensions between the Prime Minister and his predecessor. Labor's talking them up.
If they had any entrepreneurs in the modern Liberal Party, they'd be selling popcorn outside the House of Reps chamber.
Tony Abbott claims he didn't know of a deal cut under his leadership to lift a ban on the Adler shotgun in exchange for Senator David Leyonhjelm's vote on legislation. The current and former leaders are at odds about that.
I'm satisfied that the Minister for Justice acted in the full knowledge of the Prime Minister's office at that time.
Does the member for Warringah claim to have been misrepresented?
Oh, most grievously, Mr Speaker.
The member for
It's a gift to the Labor Party.
You had Malcolm Turnbull essentially call Tony Abbott a liar in Parliament, and then you had Tony Abbott return serve.
There is no fissure between Malcolm Turnbull and Tony Abbott.
The spat brings to an end a parliamentary sitting week dominated by claims the government is willing to negotiate on gun laws. And the pressure isn't shifting quickly. Today, State and Territory Police Ministers took on the issue of how to classify the controversial Adler shotgun.
We haven't been able to reach agreement amongst all the jurisdictions. Look, there is a majority view amongst all the jurisdictions, but the reality is, on a national agreement, you do need unanimous agreement from all of the jurisdictions to move forward.
That agreement has not yet been reached, and until it is, the ban, which I renewed, my government renewed, my cabinet renewed, will stay in place.
The gunfight that's wounded the federal government could linger for some time. Caitlin Gribben, ABC News, Canberra.